Welcome back. Let's get started with some gameplay here in the Colosseum as we take on Oceanus in the Rise of Rome. We're going to start things off by picking one of our gladiators to deploy. Incidentally, we've got the Mist Panther here from the Beast and Master expansion and the Pompeian Guard here from the Legends of the Sand expansion. This guy is kind of like the Defender, so it's a slightly different version of a Defender that you'll see in the standard game. So I think I'm going to get this guy out into play. And what's important here is that this guard, with his intercept blow ability, he can take the damage away from any adjacent friendly unit. So this is our deployment hex. There's one over here too, but I want him to be guarding our champion. So we give him his 4 health chips because of the 4 here, and we can't do anything else on his turn. Instead we move straight to the draw phase, and there is a little handy reminder here, and it tells us the player phases of the game: deploy, move, attack, draw, which is always handy. So we can't move or attack because we haven't got any active units, and the ones that come into play, they have to wait till the next turn. So we draw, and we draw the Pompeian Lorarius. He's a good attacker, got some good abilities. Okay, so now we move to the Titan, and the Titan's going to roll his Titan dice. So here they are, they're on this form. We've got a black, 2 green, 2 blue, 2 yellow. A black, 2 green, 2 blue, and 2 yellow. And what I like to do is, because I've got a big stash of these dice from the 2 different versions of the game, is keep these on the Titan reference card, because then I'll always know that these are the dice to roll. Okay, let's move this over, because we're going to be looking at this side of the card. The first thing we do is roll the dice for the Titan, just to keep things tidy. I mean, you've got a lovely neoprene mat here to roll the dice on, but I'm going to get these in this box. And we've rolled 2 greens, that's not so good. We've got a few misses in there. 1 black, 1 blue. These 3 are misses, so they're going to do nothing. So first off, let's look at the movement part. So the black die determines the movement. If we roll a hit, then he'll move. If we roll a miss, he won't. A move's bad for us because it means that he's going to make way for a gladiator to come onto the arena. So Oceanus moves 1 hex if possible, and we roll 1d6 to determine the direction. So what we do here is roll a d6. We've got a 4. We refer to this movement chart here, which we saw when we were playing in Lost Cities. So 4 is going to push Oceanus here. So that's the movement resolved. Now we've got 2 greens, and this is where we look at his special, and it says greater call forth. Oceanus summons a crowd favour gladiator to the Titan hex if available. As it goes, we've got a huge stack of these. I'm going to leave some of these out, so the tribute ones. I've got the 2 Rise of Romes and the 2 Kickstarter exclusives. There's a few more that came with the Rise of Rome Kickstarter, but I can just use these 4, so that's enough, I think, for us to choose from. So let's take one of these, and it is Appius the Provocateur. He starts with 7 health, so a pretty nasty start. Okay, that's the green dice. Now we have the blue, which is Oceanus' attack. It's a single blue, so it's a basic attack, and he attacks the closest, or in the event of 2 or more being equidistant, the weakest unit within the current attack range, using black, black, blue. Now as it goes, Oceanus' attack range is simply 1 plus the number of shards under the player control. So with a range of 1, there's nobody in range. That attack is going to do nothing. So not so bad. However, the thing about summoned units is that they move immediately when they're summoned. They can also attack the same turn they are summoned. So Appius has a movement of 1, and these guys are shard bound. What that means is they're going to move towards the closest unit or weakest unit holding a shard, and there aren't any right now holding any shards. We haven't knocked any out, so it's going to head towards the champion instead. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. So he can move here or here, and it's our choice. I'm going to have him move this way, just to get him away from the equipment. On this side I'm erring towards. He would use this attack as well, but his attack range is just 1, so nothing within range. That's going to end the Titan's turn. So now it's back to our turn. We've got to be a little bit careful. These guys could potentially build up. Remember our focus. Let's stay focused. We could try and go after Appius. Maybe that's a good way to get some crowd favour, but he's pretty tough. His attacks are tough. Maybe if I can hit him from a distance. I don't have any archers in play. Let's try. I think Pompeian Lararius onto this deployment hex here. It's got a strength of 3 health points. 1, 2, 3. This guy has the impel ability, which gives a single friendly adjacent unit another basic attack, and the stun alt attack. So I'm happy with him here, with a view to getting some action over here, and potentially another supporting unit coming up here. The guard, now that we move into the move phase, let's see, he's got a movement of 1, so I think I'm going to just push him. I'm going to push him here. And finally we draw. We haven't got any attacks going yet. Okay, let's see what we get. Okay, here's our tactic. Bolster health. And now once more we'll roll the dice for Oceanus. Okay, what do we have this time? We've got, oh, that's not too bad. 1 black and 1 yellow. Pretty good. First thing is the movement in the action order. Now there's a comment here, and it tells us at the start of the action order, Oceanus always returns to the Titan Hex. And that's important because when he moves again, he's going to just move into the pit. Okay, so Oceanus is staying around this area. He's got to move, so we roll 1d6 to see where he moves to. And this time it's a 5, which pushes him up here. But now that Oceanus has moved, any summoned gladiators will also immediately move. So Appius is going to move once more. And remember, he's got a movement of 1. He's going to head towards the closest or weakest unit holding a shard. Then none. Otherwise, he's heading towards the champion. And there's only one space for him to go, and that's here. So he's heading in here next to Gita Pompey. No specials. They didn't roll any greens. Oceanus did roll a hit, so he will perform a basic attack. It's called a trident stun. It stuns the closest unit holding a Titan shard, which there is none. So instead we're going to have Appius attack. And he attacks with 2 blacks, a green and a yellow. 2 blacks, a green and a yellow. And ouch, that's 3 hits. One thing to point out, the difference between Lost Cities, your champion will not activate if he takes a wound like it does playing solo in Lost Cities. So it's 3 hits. Well, I'm going to have my guard take those. So it's from 3 down to 1. That's not a good start for him. So it's back to our turn. In terms of deployment, well, I do want to get my attacker out. There's a spot here for him. So let's do that. And not only that, but can I use... yeah, I can use bolster health. on the Pompeian Guard, so I shall add 2 health to a friendly non-champion unit, which is of course this guy. You can use that on himself. So 1 tactic, 1 deployment, that's done. Now we can look at moving and attacking. I quite fancy moving my Rarius round this way. I'll keep the guard here, I think. That's a shame. If it was here, we could have. Yeah, he's guarding Gita. There's nothing much we can do about that. So with their 2 movement, we're going to head this way, and Valarius has a green and a blue for its attack. And I'm going to go for this strong box. Well, actually, I'm going to head over this way and go for this shard, I think. Because if we can take a shard, we can start hitting Oceanus. Right, so it's a green and a blue for that attack. Let's see what we get. And yes, okay, we got a hit. Shard doesn't activate, but we got a hit, and that means we get 1 crowd favour. Not a massively wonderful start, but I'm certainly going to head down this path. Maybe you've got a choice, except for the middle one. This one can only be obtained once you've got the other 4. I'm going to head down this one, which activates our champion. This one allows us to reroll a basic attack die turn. This one allows us to move a foothold, and this one allows us to use all deployment hexes. So that means the 2 at the opposite end of the arena if we wish. I think that ends things for us. Let's draw back up to 4, fill our prep area. Let's see what we get. We have an archer and the beastmaster. Okay. That should make things a little more interesting on the next turn. Okay, let's roll for our Titan. Okay, let's see, what do we have? We've got 1 green and 1 black. So, Oceanus moves back to the Titan Hex. It's going to move away, so let's roll a d6. It's a 5, so back up here. And then it's going to call forth a regular gladiator. But we've got to move Appius first. I'm not sure he's going to move actually, because he's already next to the champion. Yeah, he's going to stay there. So let's grab a Roman, and we get a Roman attacker with 3 health. And of course they're going to move towards the champ, so I might push them this way. Got nothing in the way of attacks here, these are all blank rolls. So that means summoned units. Okay, well this attacker's only got an attack range of 1, it's not going after anything, but Appius is going to attack again, so that's 2 blacks, a green and a yellow. This is tough actually. Maybe Appius should be a target for me. Whoops. Well, we've got 2 hits once more, and yeah, given that's the only attack, my guard is going to soak those 2 up. Incidentally, my guard has this drive, which is an alt attack, and all that does is 1 automatic hit to an adjacent unit and makes that unit move away 1 hex. So, and interestingly, I can even attack my own units. So that's an extra way. If I wanted to, I could try and take down my own attacker, because those points will earn me crowd favour. Getting my champion activated is a priority. We're not doing terribly well at that in a minute. Well, let's see if we can't do something about that next time. Okay, join me next time as we continue Hoplomachus, Rise of Rome.